I'm not saying that we should kill George Zimmerman, but
So today is the first episode of Sistrunk. This is a pilot show, uh, definitely inspired by the Philip DeFranco show. I'm watching him for years. Not necessarily me copying what he's doing, but he has inspired me to do something kind of like on my own. So this is the Sistrunk show. This is a show where I'm going to be talking about whatever fuck I feel like. And today I want to talk about several things, including Black Lives Matter, the hackers that dumped the Ashley Madison profiles, the source fed format change, and some other things as well. And we'll get to them. So, jumping right into it, definitely want to talk about the whole Black Lives Matter and where we are right now and where it is going in the future. One thing that really looks out to me and really um, stands out to me because I'm a member of the Clayton County branch NAACP, and activism means a lot to me. And recently, through this whole election thing, this whole Black Lives Matter thing has been coming up a lot. And the first story I want to talk about was Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders had recently got his mic stolen away because he's old and feeble, and like younger people were just like, "Hey, give me your fucking mic," and then they got the mic, and then they started saying like "Black Lives Matter." The biggest thing that I took away from this story was that Black Lives Matter. It is definitely time to reevaluate our thinking of activism. Because when I first heard this story, the first thing I said was, man, them niggas need some home training. That's like the first thing that hit my mind. I was like, they need to get some fucking home training, blah, blah, blah. You know, this guy, he's like for this and whatnot like that, and XYZ. And then I thought about it for a second. I was like, hold the fuck on. Why be polite about shit? This is the best time to talk about Black Lives Matter. This is the cusp of what Black Lives Matter means because no one wants to talk about it. No one has thinks that we have time to talk about it. And truly and honestly, this is like the most important part about Black Lives Matter is being up in their faces, telling them that we don't have any time for you to wait for your fucking speech or campaign speech because truly and honestly, it's just politics. It's one of them. One of them are gonna get elected, and one of them are gonna fuck us over. So I mean, it's right now, and I think definitely after watching, especially after watching Larry Wilmore, and what the young activists had to say recently about it after Hillary brought them backstage to talk to address Black Lives Matter protesters, and she was talking about how the Black Lives Matter needs more of formation, needs to be so decentralized, and needs to come to structure with a movement and whatnot like that. And then I seen those protesters get up on the Larry Wilmore short show, and it definitely woke my ass up for a minute because I mean, I'm always protesting, marching, shutting down streets and shit, stuff like that. So it doesn't make any sense why I was looking at them and saying like, "Oh, you need to, straighten up and do whatever the fuck you need to do. You need to get some better home training, XYZ." Because truly, honestly, they were doing exactly what the fuck I do. I mean, I have walked into the middle of traffic in the middle of the fucking day, shut shit down, and people are pissed the fuck off. And I'm not doing anything as differently as they're doing. So, I definitely had to get that underway. Lastly, I want to talk about black activism. Black activism. Trump, he is long over fucking due, but truly and honestly, I think we shouldn't fucking touch him. Why? I tell you fucking why. Why we shouldn't touch him? Because he is helping our cause more than anything. It's kind of like Trump is definitely what happens when you get the KKK behind whatever the fuck you're talking about. It's just like, like the whole Confederate flag thing. Everyone's like, oh, Southern pride, heritage. Yeah, when your heritage, including, my ancestors getting fucked over and being enslaved, that's when I don't give a fuck about your heritage anymore. I don't give a fuck about your Southern pride, and I don't give a shit. Like you can say as much as you can be, I'm proud to be a Southerner, but it's just like saying I'm proud to be a slave owner in my eyes. So I don't give a fuck what you got to say. You can put it in the comments down below. I don't give a fuck. But um, definitely, we shouldn't touch him. I mean, think about it. I think his meta is just so fucking pristine. I don't think what people are getting what he's doing. He is just simply a spoiler. Okay, that's all Trump is. He is nothing but a spoiler. He got think about it. He donated to Hillary and Bill Clinton's um, to their campaigns almost every time they run. Think about it. Why would he just be on the part of the Republican Party just saying like, I don't give a fuck about Mexicans. I don't give a fuck about black people. I don't give a fuck about, and then people are validating exactly what he's saying. KKK shit wrapped up into one thing. Boom. Um. Anyway, that aside, politics out the way. Want to talk about hackers dumping the Ashley Madison database of all of the good shit. Long story short, this is why you just don't fucking cheat. It's just too much fucking work. It's just too much fucking work. I mean, bro, either you need to here to all the cheaters that are out there, here's one thing that you have to realize. If she's not giving it up in the way that you're accustomed to, either you need to have a conversation or you need to look at, is sex really, in this whole risk reward thing. Like if you're not getting as much sex as you can, don't sit there and say that it's not important. Don't sit there and put it on the back burner and then let it become some kind of demon ass insecurity later. You have to evaluate on whether or not it is feasible for you to be in a relationship and you not get the amount of sex that you want. And if you're not getting that kind of sex, or if she's not that fucking attractive or whatnot like that, fucking bail. Fucking bail. It's not that fucking hard. I don't give a fuck if you've been in a marriage for fucking 500 years. You could be fucking old as Adam and fucking Eve. If you don't bail now, you're just gonna be in a fucking cycle of sadness for the rest of your fucking life. You're just fucking holding out on the inevitable. Just leave and have all the fucking pussy, as much pussy as you think you're gonna get. I promise you, it's not that much out there though. I mean, there are freaks out there, but I mean, she's fucking everyone just as much as you're fucking everyone. So I mean, you got to put that whole thing in perspective too. And if you're married, there's counseling. Go to counseling. Talk about. There's probably a reason why she doesn't have as much sex with you, or she doesn't want to have sex with you. You need to have an open conversation about that. But everyone that got caught on Ashley Madison in the news too, George Fuckboy still in the fucking news. He's selling Confederate flag prints to the Muslim free gun shop. Whoever the fuck came up with that name, I mean seriously, just go fuck yourself. It's not like seriously like people are just arming up with fucking AR-15s and Glock 17s and whatnot like that, and just sitting around just waiting around for terrorists. Okay, no, they're waiting around for the black guy who's just simply walking down the street so they can bust a cap in his fucking brain. But anyway, like I'm so happy that they finally got that under control. Anyway. But anyway, he's back in the news because he's selling Confederate flag prints, and just long story short, if you buy one of them, giving this asshole any more money, any more of your attention, just fucking kill yourself. Just end yourself. Just get the fucking news and jump off of a tree. I don't give a fuck if my opinion differs from yours. I don't give a shit. It's just offensive. It's offensive to me. It's offensive to a lot of black people, and you should just go fuck yourself. Anyway, and then lastly, well, no, excuse me. Destiny has a year two expansion. Um, it's talking about larger vaults, and new guns and new outfits. But I must say, from someone who has the game um, on my PS4, personally, I can definitely say, fuck that game. Fuck that repetitive ass game. I refuse to buy any expansion for it. Everyone's just like, oh, well, the expansions are way more better. Just go ahead and get the expansions. No, I've already spent almost, that game is what, $50. Why the fuck would I put more money into something that I just don't fucking like in the first place? All I do is get the pistol, shoot him in the brain, and then it's the next enemy. Shoot that enemy in the brain, then it's the next enemy. Then I shoot that enemy in the brain, and then that's the whole fucking game.
Oh, but then they're like, oh, buy an expansion so you could do that even more. Oh yeah, great. I would love to fucking shoot more fucking stupid ass aliens with a shitty AI in the brain over and over and over again. Thank you, Bungie, for wasting my time. Um, Also, CNN thought that it was
News that Straight Outta Compton wasn't shot the fuck up by black people. And I'm not saying that. And lastly, my closing remarks on everything. This is, that's the end of all the topics. I'm not going to even go too far into that CNN thing because simply it's just a waste of everyone's time and my fucking time. But lastly, I just want to go ahead and say, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this from beginning to end. I know this was just a train, and you were just trying to see where the fuck it went. Hopefully, it went your way. Um, but the closing remarks on all this stuff is definitely just wanted to say something real quick. And that's it. Thank you for watching Sistrunk. This is me signing off. Um, Hopefully there'll be a Facebook, Twitter, and shit later. I will put it somewhere in whatever the fuck I do from the editing, and you will see. And if you have any questions or comments, I'll link to these stories in the description and whatnot like that. And thank you so much to my beautiful girlfriend who had to sit here and hold the fucking camera the entire time because I do not have a tripod, and I'm pretty sure her arms are getting tired as fuck. Thank you very much. Peace. Fuck you later.